Hey everybody, it's Katie and I'm 27 weeks today. This should be a quickie because I don't have a whole lot to say, although I probably say that every time. This week I had 2 appointments, so I started my double appointments with both midwife teams. I meant to do a big video about sort of our, like the decision we came to in what we're going to do, what we're planning for this birth. I did mention it though in previous weeks, so just really quickly, I am planning to do double appointments. So I'm seeing my certified nurse midwife that has been my provider for like the past 3 years, and the person who caught Alice and all that stuff. I'm going to continue to see her as backup and keep her in the loop with everything. But then we're also seeing a team of 2 home birth midwives and an apprentice all together that hopefully will be the ones that will be there for us this time around, assuming everything continues to be healthy and good. Yeah, so this was the first week where I had both an appointment with my hospital midwife and also with the home birth midwives. So pretty much they all had the same sort of stats. My uterus is measuring at 26 weeks, which at 27 weeks is totally fine. My weight gain at this point, my weight is at 130, so it's 22 pounds for the pregnancy, give or take, since I'm not exactly sure where I started out, but that's a little bit more than I expected to have gained by this point. I'd like to shoot for sort of like 30 for the whole pregnancy. We'll just see. I gained 38 with Alice, and I felt like towards the end, I was just really like tired and heavy, and like I'd gained a little bit more than I ideally would have liked to. But when I'm not pregnant, I have a really hard time keeping weight on. So this is obviously what my body needs to do at this point. And I ate really well when we were on our vacation last week. So whatever, I'm not going to stress about it. And everything else was good with my blood pressure and the baby's heartbeat still in the 140s, and like my little urinalysis, all that stuff. So everything's good. I had my glucose screening test yesterday morning, and it's pretty routine, not that big of a deal, really. You just, drink the gross sweet stuff, and an hour later get your blood drawn. I know some people really have a hard time with it, and I think it does make you feel kind of nasty. It doesn't taste that great, but this time I had fruit punch flavor. Last time with Alice, I had orange, and I remember that being worse for me, so no big deal. Hopefully everything will be good there, and like my crazy weight gain in the past few weeks isn't indicative of any sort of gestational diabetes thing. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. When I got that test done, I also got to get like some of the sort of early 3rd trimester labs done, like the hematocrit or hemoglobin, whatever it is that they test for, and I can't really remember the other things, but just a few of the like repeat labs that they do towards the end, so that way I don't have to make 2 separate trips to the lab. Especially since I'm doing these like double appointments, it's just getting to be a lot. Every day this week I had somewhere to go, either for me or Alice, that involved like waiting around in a waiting room and having some sort of procedure or something, and it gets to be a bit much. It is cool though to see the difference in the styles between the two midwives. My hospital midwife is like super warm and always like smiling and making jokes, and she just has like that kind of personality. But in terms of her care, she's sort of like very, she gives me the benefit of the doubt a lot. She doesn't ask a whole lot of detail. I think because we have this relationship established, we end up just chatting a lot of the time about non-pregnancy related stuff. She loves Alice. She spends a lot of time kind of like talking to Alice and talking about her and stuff. And the home birth midwives that I'm just getting to know, they're very much more at this point like conscientious about asking me about my diet and my exercise and my sort of emotional health, and just getting into a little bit more detail that way, and sort of it's just a really different focus and a really different feel for the 2 appointments. Symptoms this week, I've been really tired. We have been super busy. I just haven't been sleeping well. Alice has been waking up really early, and we've had early appointments and that kind of stuff going on, so I haven't been getting a lot of rest this week. I have also had like outrageous heartburn. Yesterday started about midday, and just until I went to bed, I was like on the verge of throwing up just because of how uncomfortable I was. Really couldn't eat dinner, just not nice. And it started again this morning about I don't know, an hour ago or something. So I don't really know what that's about. I've been eating a lot of the things that are supposed to help. Really the only thing that seems to really helped me is kefir. I know I keep talking about it. Somebody requested doing a video about kefir, and I may try to do that. I'm no expert. It's pretty new to me, but it's something that I'm really liking, and is sort of like giving me a lot of health benefits, I think. So at 27 weeks, I feel like we are starting the countdown. You know, we've got 10 weeks to being full term, and so who knows, you know, somewhere in that time frame we're gonna have a baby here, and I can't wait. I'm getting really excited. I don't have any anxiety at this point, besides just sort of the question mark of you know, are we gonna be like able to proceed with the home birth like I'd like to. That's what I visualize, that's what I think about all the time, that's what I feel most excited about. You know, or is there going to be sort of like a wrench thrown in towards the end, and we're going to have to, you know, to change our plans a little bit. So that's sort of the only thing that's up in the air that gives me a little bit of stress, but really I just feel so positive. I can't wait to just have this baby, you know, just welcome this baby into our family. There is a lot of things that I want to accomplish before then, but really, you know, the basics I know we have covered. Some people have been asking about baby buys for this baby, and honestly, I'm not a shopper. We're pretty frugal out of necessity, and we're not really planning to do much baby buying at all for this baby. We saved everything from Alice. Everything was gender neutral. We're planning to just reuse everything that we possibly can. There may be a few things that'll come up that we suddenly need 2 of. So there'll be like little minor things, but honestly, there's not like any real big expenses that we're expecting at this point, or, you know, big plans we have for replacing a bunch of stuff or anything like that. Anyway, best thing for the week is that I'm still able to, most days, take a nap with Alice. That is awesome. Firstly, just for me, just in being tired, that 20-minute power nap is like really what I need to be able to get through the rest of the night, and to have any time at the end of the night to do, you know, things for myself, and in the pregnancy and with Mike, and just like the life balance stuff. But besides that, this is, you know, some of, I feel like, my last times to just have those moments with Alice where I always lay down with her. We lay down on her floor on a couple of quilts, and we read a couple of books, and then we talk to each other, and, you know, one of us closes our eyes first, and we just fall asleep next to each other. And I know that I won't always be able to do that. I won't be able to do that very soon, probably. You know, if I have a newborn in my arms, I may not be able to physically lay down with Alice, so she'll start napping on her own, at least some of the time. Probably sometime in the next year, she'll stop napping altogether. So, you know, these moments, these like sweet sort of just before sleeping moments when it's just the 2 of us, are really precious. I could go get all emotional about that, but I guess I'll just leave you guys. I will see you next week at 28 weeks from the 3rd trimester. I want to thank everybody for watching. I know I've really had a hard time getting back to comments and that kind of stuff right now. All I can do is apologize. But I really do read everything, and I so appreciate you all following me all this way. So see you soon.